Howdy fellas, well it's ready to go on to the next stage now. I've used the white vinegar and stuck the blade down in there and let it stay in there for about 6 hours. It actually worked a little better than the apple cider vinegar to me. It didn't take nearly as long. I usually had to let the apple cider vinegar stay in there for about 24 hours. But I wiped the excess off and buffed it down with some steel wool. And as you can see, it came out a real nice French gray. I really like that. So what I've done, or what I'm going to do, is a little bit different from what I usually do. I always lay my knife up on one of my scales and mark it so I know where to cut it off when I'm through pinning it and everything. But I usually do it one at a time, so I'm going to try this time. I've got both those scales clamped into my little vise here that you can see. And I've laid my blade up here and I've traced around and I've marked 2 of the 3 holes, pin holes. Now the reason why I'm doing that, 2 pin holes is not that hard for me, but sometimes 3 pin holes I get a little bit wonky on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these first 2 pin holes and hope I get them straight and my drill bit don't walk. I actually broke the bit I like to use most of the time the other day. Just a little error on my part. And the good thing about these Green River blades, the way they have the pin holes drilled on, they're actually about a 5/32, so that gives you a little bit of slop you can play with. If you get a little bit off, you can work back and forth. So here we go. And just exactly what I was afraid it was going to do. On that end, it tried to back up on me. Hopefully we're okay. Looks like. Okay, let's see if we can drill the front one. Worst thing we can do is mess up a $6 set of scales. We can always go online and order some more of those. It's no big deal. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, we got that. So let's see how much that sliding down on this actually messed us up, if it messed us up at all. Now what I like to do on these pins is once you cut them, I like to take a single cut file, make sure you got the burrs off the end, then take the file and go around the edge of it, file any off of it and make you a little lead on it. So what I'm going to do now is place that up there. See if that's going to go in there. I may have to file it a little bit more. Now I may have to get my adjusting tool out and help it just a little bit. Just like that right there. And I'm going to get the other, one of the other pins. I think I may have got that one. Yep. Of course nothing ever goes on camera like it would normally. Alright, we're going to have to do a little adjusting when everything's done. Now what I want to do, I've got those in there. That'll allow me to drill that 3rd hole and hopefully everything will line up. Now, okay. Let's take a pair of pliers and see if we can get those pins back out. Oh yeah. This will be a little bit aggravating. There it comes. Okay. Now, what I generally have to do, once you drill through once, I usually have to come back and run my drill bit through there again. I hope you can see that. I hope I'm not getting out of frame. Kind of get those holes cleaned out real good, front and back. Now, I've already marked my scales left and right, and by putting it up the top, I know that's the top of my scale. So same thing on this side. See, it's marked with an R for right. Get those holes cleaned out real good. Both ways. Maple, with the change in the grain of it, a lot of times you'll get just a little bit of, I don't know how well you can see that. See, it's kind of tore out right there, but that gives it a little bit of character, I think. So what we're going to do now is we got that laid down there. Let's see if we can get our pins to go through easily. These are going to give me a hard time today. Okay, that went through there pretty good. Alright, that one's going to punch on through. A lot of times it's that tear out that gets in the way when you're doing this. It causes those pins to be a little bit hard to go through. You can always use your tapper, so to speak, give them a little help. Okay, so that side's pretty good. Let's try the other side. See if we can get them where they're taking the pin good. Okay. That one's going good. Okay. And that one is looking good. Okay. Now, put that back where it belongs. Get that drill out of the way. Now what we're going to do is do a little dry fitting. That's the right side, the top. Hope you can see that pretty good. I'm not too far out of the camera. Put that in there. Put the middle one in there. Make sure they're wanting to go through. Okay. And then the far end one. Okay. Then I'm going to place the blade on there. Hope everything lines up. And like I said, there's a little bit of play. Okay. So that's going to go in there just fine. I hope you can see that over the top of the everything. And then we're going to, this is where the fun comes in on these 3 pins. There's probably a different way to do it, but this pretty much works for me. So like everything's going to line up eventually. It's just, you know, want it to be just a little bit tight. Okay. Still, the pins are still not wanting to catch real good, but that's okay. We'll work on it. Let me hit it with the file one more time. It's probably still got a little bit of an end on it. Alright, now, the pin right there is a little bit questionable as far as length is concerned. I thought I measured that real good, but that one may be a little short. Let me see. It's probably going to be okay. Now, right here's the part where everybody's probably going to lose their mind. You'll see a lot of people use two-part epoxy. And what I'm fixing to use, once I wet the blade down a little bit, Gorilla Glue. You're going to think, oh, there ain't no way that's going to hold. Well, let me refer you to a YouTube video. If you'll look up or search up Russell Made Knives or Russell Made Knife on YouTube, you'll be going to Mike Reed's Appalachia Old Timey Ways, and you'll see one of the first Green River knives I made is a 4-inch ripper that I made and sent to Mike as a gift. And he took the thing out in the woods and proceeded to attack a 2-inch, I believe it was a hickory sapling with it. And I'm watching thinking, oh boy, this knife's going to come apart on the video. But you know what? It didn't. It held together, and he says he still uses it just about every day. He goes hiking a lot, and he puts that knife in his pack and keeps it there. So it will hold, believe it or not. All right, we get that lined up, and then we come back. And this Gorilla Glue likes when you're using wood to dampen that wood. Helps it bond better. It doesn't take a ton of it either. And one thing you might want to remember, if you do use Gorilla Glue or any kind of glue like that, make sure if you get any of it on your scales, be sure to wipe it off real good, because if you don't, then your stain, be it aqua fortis or like I'm going to use this antique rifle stain that I get from Dixie Gun Works, it won't let the stain penetrate that glue. So and it doesn't hurt to get a little bit of that glue on those pins either, which I'll test those after everything sets up. Alright, and here's the fun part. We're going to be able to get everything lined up this time. Here so. Okay, you can see everything lined up. I'm going to tap that a little bit. That one pin is just a hair short, but it's long enough. You can see what we got right there. She's together. Pins are in it. Now what I'm going to do is take a shop towel to keep from marring the outside of my scales, and I'm going to run that up on the bottom of my scales. And you're probably saying, well, ain't that going to make the top of it pop out? Just hold it until old wonk ain't done yet. This ain't my first rodeo. So I'm going to take these little C-clamps that I bought from, I think it was Premium Knife Works where I got these little C-clamps, and I'll put them on there and squeeze the top part of that in, Looks like everything lined up, everything's good. So part 2 is done, so what I'll do is let that sit there for 24 hours. It will set up enough that I could actually start working on it in about 2 hours, but I usually don't. I mean, all I've got is time. So I'll let it sit there for 24 hours and glue up really, really good. Then I'll come back and trim off the excess of my scales. So I appreciate you watching. Old Jake took a nap today. He's in there in his bed, in case you didn't see him or hear him. He's getting old and he likes to take a lot of naps. So appreciate you watching. Like I said, keep your powder dry, mind your top knot, builder.